So, obviously, your first cup for Weymouth, how does that feel?
No, look, I've always been brought up with a winning mentality from a young age. I don't, if I played a five-a-side, I want to win the tin of Coke. And that's what I've installed into these players. I've said to them, they've got to get it in their minds. You're in a cup, they win a cup. I remember Roy Keane a few years ago, before Liverpool won the league, Jurgen Klopp was on about getting in. And listen, he's a fantastic manager, but getting into the top four, it's great getting into the top four if you win the league, or else win the FA Cup. I'd prefer to win the FA Cup than get into the top four without winning the league. And that's the mentality we've got to get. Look, you can see naive we get at times where the boys have been conceding a goal, but it's a final. It's about winning it. And at the end of the day, there was a couple of disrespectful comments from their side, which are nullified at the end. But you're in this final to win it. We want to win it. We have won it, and I'm delighted for the club because it's been a tough season.
Definitely, like I say, it's kind of like a silver lining to the season. And on that as well, it was good to see some of the youngsters involved. Are they sort of players that you want to see more of as we head towards the end of the season?
100%. Look, I've always been brought up to give kids a chance. I've sold a few kids over my time, and if you're good enough, you're old enough. There's no point in having an academy if you're not going to use it. Well, I is with Nick, and you know what? I'd love to get a couple of the other ones on. But you've got to have an academy, and look, it's a free hit for everyone next year. They'll be up around training with me. And as I said to you, we've just got to move forward regarding, getting in place what we want to do. But as I said to you, look, let's enjoy tonight because, as I said, you were in the final to win it. We've won it, and I'm just delighted, as I said to you, for the fans, for everyone in the club, because it needs to breed that winning mentality.
And so just going back to that again, when you came in, obviously, we were still in the competition and we were heading towards going to the final. Has it always kind of been something you had your eyes on since you came in? Like,
100%.
just get that cup done?
I've always said to the players, no matter what, right to the end, finish as hard as you can. You look at Saturday, we dominated the game. But again, I said you give the teams one chance. Again tonight, one chance. And that's the one thing we've got to start nullifying, We're at times trying to step in front of things, trying to win things where, I've been brought up in the Simone, the Mourinhos, the Contes, where George Graham's defend, worry about the rest after. And I think that's probably a damn breed in the game. We were talking today before the game about Mourinho. I think he went through a season, my friend says, of conceding 12 goals. You go to boards now, you go to fans now, and I'm like, oh, it's not entertaining. But he won cup, he's a serial winner. And they're the people it is. And believe it or not, I was a striker, but I love my defenders to defend, and I was annoyed we conceded that goal. Definitely,
I suppose. But then a credit to them to an extent, I suppose, as well. Obviously, I know you wouldn't want to say it being that, the manager, but they did get themselves a goal, I suppose. How do you set up against a team that is that many leagues below us?
You know what? Look, all the pressure's on us.
Yeah.
These are the games. Look, you look how dry the pitch is. Listen, they've been great, the FA here, but it's on us. We've got to move the ball quickly on this, very dry. And all the pressure's on us, but as I said, in cups, yourself, you've just got to get through it. You've got to win them, and that's it. We've done it. And, it is difficult. People think it's easy, but it's not. But we'd have lost that tonight. It's doom and gloom.
Yeah.
That's the sides of it. But as I said, it's pleased to get a bit of silverware for everyone.
Definitely. Well, Warren, I think that's number 26 for the club in terms of Dorset Senior Cup. So obviously, congratulations. I'll let you go and celebrate the lads. And obviously,
Look, you know what? I'll be focused straight on to Saturday.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
As I said, there's no rest. Look. As I said, we've already had done my homework on Slough as well, but I'm a big believer to get this done, and then we'll have a chat regarding that tomorrow. But first and foremost, as I said, I'm delighted with the fans. You can see a smile on the fans' face because it's always nice, no matter what. If it was a spoon, I'd want to win the spoon, and that's the thing we've got to do. So I'm pleased for everyone tonight.
Excellent. Well, it's good to hear about the winning mentality, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Liam.